Kim, I wanted to show you a palette that has been designed for a project, interiors and exteriors. And if you look at the palette, two of the new colours from the 2020 palette, I think they pick up beautifully on some of the more prevalent ideas that we're seeing in design at the moment, certainly going in towards kind of more muddy and also terracotta colours, and balancing those colours off with more neutral tones and the use of metallics. And if you remember, this is a metallic brick that we created together.
Yes, all those years ago.
Many years ago, and still, very, very current.
Yes.
So when you see everything together like this, and the reason why I'm just so keen to be able to present a surround range in this way is so that you understand how beautiful these colours are and how well they work. Not just now, because these are not faddish colours, these are colours that have a long-term relevance to design. And they just fit almost seamlessly in, even though, like this colour, it's quite a strong colour, and no need to be concerned at all about how that's going to work, whether it's inside your home or outside, whether it's an office building. And even office buildings now, the interiors are looking more home-like. So that's why a colour like this is just as appropriate for commercial buildings as it is for the interior of a home. There's a blurriness that's happening between those two environments, and so this crosses both.
And I could see this palette, as you say, even in a school or a hospital where we're trying to make those environments more homely, a bit more familiar. Is this a new trend that we're seeing here, Kathy? Banded colour?
I hate the word trend.
I
However,
do, yes.
I totally understand what you're saying. So this is a new tile that's arrived, and in fact, if you were to want to use this tile, it comes with a whole range of other colours. So you don't actually see only this. You see a patchwork of this tile represented in different colours. So you just buy a mixed bag.
Right.
So it goes back to the theme of our Face Forward book, that patchwork idea, where even large manufacturers of a product like a tile will give you a box that just has to come together in its own way. And this is just part of how the emergence of that idea coming through in different materials.
Beautiful. And the humble brick, Kathy, how do you see brick moving forward?
I think there's still a very important presence of brick in the consciousness of people, whether they're architects, designers, or just the goodwill that we have towards this earthbound material. So bricks, I think, are a material that's quite dear to our hearts. And there's a lot of security that's represented by a brick. And with surround, because of its qualities, its strength, its safety, and the fact that it presents in such a sophisticated way, you can align those two products together now. So it doesn't look like one is inferior to the other. They both earn a place.
We seem to be going through this phase. It's happening in food, where we want to know the origin of our food, and we're posting those madly on Instagram. Do you see that happening with materials as well, building materials?
We absolutely have to understand the material, because legislation, if nothing else, will force us to do that. So there is no room for ignorance about the materials that we're working with. We have to create safe and sustainable environments, and to do that we rely on manufacturers of materials to feel the same way, to make the right decisions, and then to share that with us so we can do likewise. We're all in this together, so that chain is hugely important, and then it gives certainty to the people that actually live in the environments or work in the environments that are created for them.